Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? This right here is the 2024 Mustang GT, and I'm gonna give you guys an outside walk around, an inside tour, and tell you why the changes they made on this one really improved the Mustang a lot more compared to the previous generation. All right, so we have to start under the hood because they kept the 5-liter V8 and made some improvements to it. Starting with the basic and the major change is these two independent throttle bodies. Adds more airflow to the engine, and it makes 487 horsepower and 414 pound-feet of torque. Now, if you guys are keeping track at home, the Mustang GT, previous generation, and the Mustang Mach-1 made less horsepower than this. So they are taking the same technology, the Coyote V8, but they're improving it for the new generation, which I really like because the V8s are going away, and the fact that they just added more air to get more power out is awesome. But what's even more important are the transmission options it's connected to. So let's talk about it inside. So this one does come with a 10-speed automatic transmission, but because it's the V8, you are allowed the option to get this with a 6-speed manual transmission. It's not the same that's in the Dark Horse that gets the Tremec 6-speed manual, but you do get a 6-speed. You won't be able to get that in the other powertrain option, which is that EcoBoost engine. Now, this one doesn't have the performance package, so you don't not get the electronic fake handbrake. This one just has a regular electronic parking brake you can see down here. I don't want to say as gimmicky as the handle brake looks. I would prefer that one over this, but it is what it is. So 10-speed automatic transmission. You do get paddle shifters here, and they shift. There's not many changes they made to the transmission from generation to the generation that I've noticed driving it day to day. With the transmission talk out of the way, let's talk about the exhaust system. What the benefit of the automatic transmission, I will admit, is the remote start and the remote revs. I'm gonna remote start it right here. Hold that. Starts up. All right, now that the revs have gone down a little bit, it's ready for the remote rev, which is really cool. You just press unlock and then lock. It'll do a little baby rev. If I do it again, it'll give me up to 5,000 RPM in like 1,000 RPM increments. I'll do unlock, lock. That's actually, as gimmicky as it sounds, that's actually really good. It's really cool how it does the revs. You can do it up to 9 times, I believe, so we'll do it again. Oh my God. Honestly, better than I could probably rev in like that precision and consistency. Well, no one's inside the car. You don't believe me? Take a look. I mean, we'll do it again. It'll rev. That is awesome. But with the performance exhaust system, which you can get regardless of the performance package, you get 4 different exhaust modes: quiet, normal, sport, and track. And the biggest benefit of the automatic transmission is that exhaust system. So with it, let's hop inside and talk about the interior. So starting inside, and particularly with these seats, this one, like I said, does not have the performance package, so you do not get the Recaro bucket seats, which are very nice, and I really like those. I'd probably get the performance package because of that and the e-brake on the inside. But these seats are still really nice. Let's start with the dashboard here real quick. You do get this awesome, it's a faux carbon fiber finish, nice Mustang baggage, Mustang placard right there, and it goes all the way across here until you get to the really nice dual display system. This one right here is canted towards the driver to give you a driver focused setup, and really nice system as Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, which is great. And if you go to the home menu right here, you get tons of, you have your navigation, audio, all your settings here, which we'll get a little bit into more. AC controls are fixed to the bottom of the display, so that is a downside and upside in a way because they don't go anywhere, but they are touch sensitive. And coming down here, you have your vents, and then this panel right here with your Mustang button, and that goes to the screen, which lets you customize your settings, your exhaust mode, your custom mode, and then you can open up auxiliary gauges here, things like cylinder temperature, G meter, battery voltage, all that stuff. You can customize these as you want, which is really cool to see. Continuing down here, you have your engine start button, which looks really cool. I really like that. Physical volume knob, which I really appreciate. And then you have other stuff like your defoggers. You have a favorited button, your hazards, traction control off. This was the key we showed you guys here real quick. Wireless charger, USB-A and USB-C port, and then your 12-volt right there. We already showed you the automatic transmission. It works like an auto should. Nothing really crazy there. Same 2 coupled. Honestly, here back looks pretty much identical to the previous Mustang. I can't recall many differences. It opens up. You get storage. I have my USB cables here and stuff like that, but not super, fancy or anything. And up top, you get your nice little sunglass holder over here, your lights, and then your rear view mirror. But with that, let's hop on the driver's side and show you what I get from my perspective. All right, so the first thing I want to tell you guys about is this door sill right here. It is lit up at night, The passenger side does not get this. So it's kind of interesting. They kind of skimped on the passenger side with this, but it lights up at night here and it looks really cool. You also get light up Mustang logos underneath the door, which is cool to see. It faces outside instead of facing the driver when the doors open. So that's an interesting concept. But look at the door panel. Similar to the previous generation Mustang, not gonna lie, but some improvements with this Bang & Olufsen speaker grille, because this has that B&O sound system. Your 3 memory seat settings, lock, unlock, switch gear down here, pretty straightforward stuff. But let's talk about the steering wheel. Probably my favorite part of the interior, aside from the screens, which I'm actually a fan of, is the steering wheel. You get the nice perforation portions over here, nice horn, sounds great. And then you get all your switch gear here, which looks really cool and is very functional. This right here is your drive mode selector. So if I toggle through that real quick, I'm gonna clear the alerts here, and look at the gauge cluster display. So I'm gonna toggle through that real quick. You get really cool animations. So that right there is normal. We're gonna go to custom. We have our kind of wet, slippery mode, drag strip. Look, it's doing burnouts in front of a drag strip. You got your track mode. I mean, I'll be honest, as gimmicky as these are, they look so cool. And you go back to normal. I really like that. And then for each of them, obviously you do get, once the animation's over, you do get a unique gauge cluster display, which I'll show you guys really quickly. So this is what it looked like to be in sport. This is what it looks like in track, which is cool. And then you have a calm mode, which I really don't know why they put that here. And then the one really everyone talks about is the classic Fox body Mustang tachometer, which is really cool. So they have those options depending on how nostalgic or what mood you're in. But I honestly like the normal one. It's really nice, simple, it's clean, and it gives you good information. Going down to the pedal box real quick, you get a plastic dead pedal, but aluminum brake and gas pedals, which is nice to see on the Mustang GT. I mean, you're paying around like $50,000 for this, so I would expect it. But honestly, being in here is a really nice experience. I think an improvement overall compared to the previous Mustang. If you're not a fan of the screens, they're there. I really think it's just a little bit of a learning curve, and you'll just overall enjoy the experience as a whole. You still also get ambient lighting inside, but with that, let's talk about the exterior design real quick. All right, starting with the back, I wanted to open the trunk real quick. 13.3 cubic feet of storage space, more than a Corolla. That's something you want to brag about. And this one does have a speaker back here as part of that B&O sound system. Look at the windshield real quick. You get this nice little Easter egg of all the Mustang generations going all the way up to today. It's Mustang, which is really cool. But let's close this. And I'll be honest, not a huge fan of this portion. Real quick, is that like 90-degree angle between the two panels. It looks cool in some angles. I'll be honest, like standing up and looking down at it, not that great. It's very aggressive, but you still get the true to the Mustang rear LED taillights. Down here is flat black plastic. Feels kind of cheap, but you get your quad-tipped exhaust, your reverse light over here, and a nice little diffuser action going on underneath over there. Continuing up the back, you do get a nice little spoiler. You can get a spoiler delete on these, which is really cool. You can get a more aggressive spoiler or this one. So that's nice as a no-cost option. But look at the character line that goes all the way here. Very, I'll be honest, Camaro-like, and it kind of ties in to the front panel. Rear wheel drive, we know that it's a Mustang. And as far as the wheel package goes, it's a 265/35 R20. And this one does have the front Brembo brakes, which we'll look at really quickly. Coming along the side here, you do get keyless entry and go. I haven't had the best experience with it working all the time. It's kind of sensitive to where you put your hand and how long you hold it there. And then your mirror caps, paint match, nothing really crazy going on over there. 5-liter badge, you know, if you see 5.0 and someone didn't buy it off eBay and stick it on there, you get the real deal on the hood. But let's look at the front wheels here. As far as the tires go, same square setup, 265/35 R20. You can change the color of the brake calipers. I actually kind of appreciate the silver on the Mustang with the Mustang badging and the Brembo logo right there. Super cool. I mean, they're good brakes, fitted with good tires, and I really like the wheel design. But speaking of the design, we really got to talk about the front, guys. Look at this. You get a really cool, I really like how they updated it for 2024. And because it's the GT, you get a very unique front fascia compared to the EcoBoost. And starting with these vents that have the cutouts here, kind of like the RTR inspired design, Mustang logo up front here, black, gloss black all the way around here, more vents down here, and this right here is your radar, I believe. And then the side vents don't look too functional. I'll be honest, they kind of have a back plating right there, which is a little bit unfortunate. But going on to the headlights, probably the coolest feature of this is the headlights. You get your triple beam with daytime running lights above it. looks super cool. And something I appreciate they carried over to the new Mustang GT from, let's say, the Shelby vibes, I guess, is this heat extractor right here. Very aggressive. It's contrast if you get another color except for black. It won't be contrast because it's just gonna be gloss black, but it's cool, it's functional, and it looks good. So just take a step back here, take on the whole entire design. Let me know what you guys think of this. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. Let me know what questions you guys have and drop them in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.